Charlie Starmer Smith, a travel host from London, lived for adventure. But this day, he may die for it. On an unexpected morning off from shooting in South Africa, Charlie decides to go into a lion's den at a nearby sanctuary. Oh, buddy. Now he's face to face with a 400-pound lion cub named Ma Pim Pam.
People pay a lot of money to go and see these animals, so he was excited to be there. But Charlie was also a little bit apprehensive, as anyone would be.
But just a minute after Charlie enters the cage, his co-host Abby Eastwood and cameraman Peter Ferguson sense Charlie's in trouble.
I can remember the lion jumping up, and when he went for the neck, I know that's not a good sign.
That's how they kill animals, and that's what this lion was doing. He's going in the direction of Charlie's neck.
Ma Pim Pam's natural predatory instincts kick in. Charlie is being hunted like prey.
The only professional that's nearby who knows what to do is in the cage. It seemed that this guy was in as much trouble as Charlie was.
It takes both men to finally wrestle Ma Pim Pam to the ground.
Yeah?
Charlie was shaking, he had lost all his colour, he looked really panicked and worried. I could see he wanted to get out.
But before Charlie can escape, Ma Pim Pam chomps down hard on his leg. Charlie maintains his composure, but his face screams pain.
I felt so helpless. I didn't want to say, Charlie, you're all right, because he was concentrating on keeping himself alive.
Using every bit of strength he has left, Charlie pries Ma Pim Pam's massive jaws off his leg.
Get out.
The trainer yells for Charlie to run, but he's frozen with fear.
The lion got up on all four paws, turned around, did a U-turn, and started looking directly at Charlie. Charlie had been hunted down.
Now that Ma Pim Pam has tasted blood, he wants more.
I could just only describe it as watching somebody getting run over and there was nothing you could do. I actually felt like I was watching somebody being killed. It was horrible.
Ma Pim Pam finally shows mercy.
Yeah?
And Charlie escapes.
All right. Oh my God.
His friends can see instantly Charlie's badly injured.
First thing we noticed was Charlie's covered in blood. He's being mauled by a wild animal in front of us.
Somebody got a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Abby grabs a first aid kit, but it's obvious Band-Aids won't do.
I think the rest were saying, oh no, he's fine, he's fine. And our little group was saying, no, let's get him checked out, he needs to go to hospital.
His wife Katie receives the dreaded call back in England.
He rang me on my mobile and he said, you're never going to believe it, but I'm in hospital, I've just been attacked by a lion. I think it really shook him up.
So it's the first time I've ever seen a patient that's been bitten by a lion.
It takes dozens of stitches to sew him up, and a round of strong antibiotics.
Okay.
Good to go.
Finish, yes.
Thank you very much.
But Charlie makes a full recovery.
I think I was very lucky. The jacket I was wearing acted as a real prevention from having a torso that would have been ripped to shreds.
Charlie's forever grateful to the man who warned him to wear a thick coat, because he knows his tango with Ma Pim Pam could have had a very different ending.
I think the one moment where I truly thought it had gone to being something very serious was when the lion had walked away in a circle, come back round past the lion handler, and then jumped up. His jaws were open, my neck was showing, and there could have only been one result.
He's a very lucky boy, and if he's a cat, he's got 8 lives left.
It's a lesson learned, but a great experience had also.
Motocross sensation Mike Alessi was born to ride. The only thing he loved as much as racing motorcycles was his family and fiancée Danielle Morrison.
We met at a racetrack in California, and we kind of just hit it off.
So Danielle and Mike's dad Tony decided to spend their 4th of July vacation RVing across country to watch him race.
It was a really enjoyable trip. We were all having a great time that weekend.
We got to go a lot of places and do a lot of things, and we just had a lot of fun, all 3 of us.
But the fun is about to come to a crashing end at a track in Buchanan, Michigan. Just seconds out of the gate, Mike takes a frightening fall.
The crash was big. It was a big, gnarly crash. And threw him on the ground, knocked him out.
Then, with no way to stop the field, Mike's limp body literally becomes a human speed bump.
39 motorcycles were coming at him at about 60 miles an hour. And I'd say 1/4 of them ran him over.
I thought that he had passed away. I thought that he was dead.
These are the moments our dogs deserve a treat. Yet we give them the same old stuff. Time for something different. Blue treats. All of them tasty and made with natural ingredients. Let's treat up America with Blue. Refresh Italiano.